not. I am a dum-dum. Hello, everybody. I forgot to rearrange where people are on the map. That's totally fine. I'll be doing that lickety-split because it's super easy now with Zoom. Hey, guess what? D&D Beyond, move aside. With Zoom, it's never been easier. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today is May 6th, 2021, and you are loved. Thank you for joining us for Masks the Green Sun Part 7. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including full playthroughs of Curse of Strahd, Tomb of Annihilation, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Tyrant Security, as well as many, many more. We upload 3 times a week, all of which can be found on YouTube, as well as wherever audiocasts are made available for free. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk that you would like to get answered, feel free to join us on our Discord or post in the Twitch chat to the side. We will do our best to respond in kind at the end of the show. But if you already support us on YouTube, you already support us on Twitch and Patreon and all of those other places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this wonderful show even more? Guess what, buddy? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, clocks, aprons, and most importantly, we also have Tia masks. That's right, we have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, made by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, available in all 5 of her chromatic, glorious colors. All of the proceeds of those face masks end up going to help support Doctors Without Borders, so if you would like to help support a good cause, or possibly help support the show, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, KyleWithAnN, who you playing today?
Hi everyone, I am KyleWithAnN, and today I will be playing Aurora. She is the star, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Greybeard of Greybeard's Tavern, and today I'll be playing Cody Johnson. He is the bull.
I think it's me. Hi everyone, my name is Satan, and today I'll be playing Luciana of the Reform. We both use she, they pronouns.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, Reeves. I'll be playing Caleb, the Janus. We both use he, him pronouns.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be your voice in the sky. So, last we left off, we had picked up last session with it was a little tumultuous. You guys were trying to clear your way out of the wreckage at the Sedesco Center after watching and witnessing a pop idol concert gone awry. Cosmia, one of Aurora's old crew members, had actually been drugged, causing her powers to propagate in a not great way. This black hole ability that she was capable of creating caused a gravity well, which led to the destruction of most of the dome. It was at that point that you were able to, 3 of you were able to quickly get out of this area, while Aurora, you stayed behind, talked to the police, met Good Boy, the Good Boy, but was just too starstruck to even ask for a picture at that time. But what matters most, the 2 of you were on camera together. That's the part that counts. So, after your group was able to leave the wreckage of the Sedesco Center, you were able to then reconvene as a group where Luciana revealed that Gravity Girl, our dear non-player character known as Sarah, had been given these power poppers by none other than Guardian, the fellow Janus who has been attempting to teach you all how to use your powers. And by I say you all, I mean Crow and Aftershock. It was at this point, Aftershock, that you all went to the hospital, dropped these power poppers off with one of your acquaintances that you felt could possibly track down where these pills came from, what was in them that's causing what's causing this horrible reaction in superpowered folk. And then you all went to Luciana's house, where you, I think, ordered pizza. I'm pretty sure you guys had a team pizza meeting to kind of recoup from the events that had transpired not even earlier that day. It was at this point after your team meeting that Luciana, you ended up sharing your background with Aurora as the two of you were attempting to just kind of like de-stress from the overall day. Cutting back to the rest of our group, Crow, you ended up getting a phone call from your family, just worried where you were. They know that some shit went down downtown where you had been. You were out late, but thankfully everything was fine. You returned home, and who should be there but your brother, Andrew, having returned from college. And we sort of ended off last week's session with you and Andrew, putting the towel underneath the door, making sure that no questionable smells of a totally should be legalized herb escaped from Andrew's room. And Luciana, you and Aurora both were watching the news, seeing a replay of the events that had transpired, catching an interview with none other than Donovan Sedesco, the owner of the Sedesco Center, who said that they were on board for the arrival of more superheroes and that they believed that this is the right way that the city should be moving. And that is where we actually ended last session. So
Press F to doubt.
Oh, doubt all you want. That guy sounded like Matthew McConaughey in my mind and was incredibly sus as a result. So with that, we're going to be picking up first thing tomorrow, unless there's any late night activities after having watched these newsreels that you would like to get up to. If not, we move into the next day. At this point, because you guys had Thursday off, hey, guess what? It is now Friday morning. You know that later on in this same day that there is going to be the Guardians Gathering, where Apex will also be. And I believe that there was talk last week about what to do in this given scenario. Now, the four of you are all very aware of who each other are. You've shared phone numbers. You got a group text kind of thing going. Now that Caleb/Crow has also taken off his mask, having been stuck in his mask for quite some time earlier yesterday. So we're going to pick up first thing tomorrow, or first thing Friday morning. You guys are in homeroom. Mr. Caldwell is not there yet. So is there anything that you all would like to discuss in homeroom before we get into the day?
Wait, who's getting together?
Well, the four of you have class.
Well, no, but you said there was a guardian.
Yes, Guardian, Guardian, Apex, as well as the other would-be heroes of Everett Heights.
I think Luciana's gonna ask, put them all in the corner in homeroom and be like, "So, are we asking Gravity Girl to be our mole, or?"
I thought that's what we agreed on.
I know, I'm just making sure we all remembered. Mostly because I didn't remember. We all agreed on it.
and to be fair, it has been 2 weeks since we last played.
And Cody's like, yeah. He didn't remember either, but once Caleb confirmed, he...
Yeah, then I feel like, I'm sure there's apps where you can send a text with a fake phone number of yourself. So she's gonna send a text to Gravity Girl and be like, "I got a proposition for you, Gravity Girl. If you wanna no, that sounds super sus.
It sounds super sus if you're sending it from an unrecognized phone number and you're like, I have a proposition, Gravity Girl.
She doesn't know who Aftershock is. I'm not about to reveal my identity to this girl. Just be like, hey, it's Aftershock. I need your help if you still feel like you want to undo what you did at the concert.
It takes a couple minutes to get a response, but the response that you get effectively says, I don't want this to happen again. How can I help?
She's just gonna she's gonna be like, meet me. She'll put like the park, but like a specific area. That's I feel like Luciana would know is usually not like super busy.
There's always
and,
the tree.
Yeah, there's always a tree. She'll say meet me at this specific tree, I guess. And with enough time before her meeting with Guardian and the rest.
Okay. So that would happen in order to get that, because you know that Guardian's meeting generally happens around like 6:30 to 7. Give enough, like you can kind of roll in whenever, but they have it more like earlier in the evening to give time to actually work out on their powers.
Mm-hmm.
You would basically have to go almost immediately after school.
Yeah, she'll do that.
Okay.
I think during this time, like Aurora will be like on her phone, and she'll kind of like pull up like an article of like the merger between what is it? Like,
McFarlane's and Sedesco.
yeah, McFarlane's and Sedesco, and be like, did you guys happen to catch this last night? It was on the news. Like,
Yeah, I saw
they
it.
interviewed Sedesco. Blah blah blah. He was talking about how, you know, oh, it was so great. The supers were there to save the day, and
He's a little sus, I'm not gonna lie.
also, I don't know. This move doesn't make any sense. Like, what would like this agriculture company want to merge with like this? What even does Sedesco do? I don't even know. It's like
Tech isn't there like a big aren't they a big tech corporation?
yeah,
Voice in the sky.
Yes.
I've confirmed that they are developing Midas, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, Caleb will pipe up. Well, they're making Midas.
Yeah, but like, there's no. I don't know. There's just not enough overlap, right? Like, I mean, we got this catch-all app, right? And this, what these people do, make fertilizer. Like, it's weird. It's
Do you still have that up on your phone?
I was gonna
yeah.
say, did you delete that? You were talking about it, weren't you?
Oh, the app. I haven't done it yet. But it's definitely 100% bugging me.
You should maybe get rid of it. It feels. I don't like it. It's just me being paranoid. Take it at your own evaluation.
I mean, no, apps can totally gather like so much information from your phone, so who knows if they're reading your text or whatever.
Oh. Okay. So, like, this guardian person, right, is like working at or in charge of McFarland's, right?
Hmm.
And over at Sedesco, we got the people making Midas, which gold seeds, cultists.
Maybe. It's a good connection of a good shot at first connecting those dots, though.
Look, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm trying to figure out what, like, what
Yeah.
this is about.
They're
I mean, for
growing
sure.
cultists.
I don't like how he publicly supported more superheroes and is connected to someone who is juicing up and possibly creating dangerous young heroes.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, but don't these people usually want some sort of like control over things that are happening? So, what if like they're plan is to like soup up these new superhero, make them their own little superhero group so that they have control over them.
Or make a show of bringing them down.
Maybe.
They could be going at a security angle, but it's hard to say. I'll need to watch that video because I didn't see the interview, but it sounds intriguing.
Maybe they're gonna grow stuff from the super poppers in plants, and it'll end up in our breakfast cereals. And then people will go off all over. It'll be chaos.
I appreciate you trying, Cody.
No, that could.
They don't make cereal.
Oh. Well, but if they grew the stuff, then they could make cereal.
But that sounds like a supervillain scale plot, though, right? Like juice up all supers so that like the world is forced to reckon with them or something. I don't know.
All supers have to have the same dietary.
Put it in the water supply.
habits.
Everyone's got to drink water.
Corn syrup's in everything.
Corn syrups and everything.
Right.
I feel like Cody is just like, he's heard all of this from G-Paw. It's just like, it's in the corn syrup. And you're like, yeah, Grandpa, you're right. And like,
Exactly. It's the ham radio club. It's
Yeah.
on in the background, you know.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna get to that scale, and if it is, we should definitely stop it, and you should definitely delete that app, Aurora.
Okay, I'm on it. So she'll like, scroll through her apps and find this Midas app and make the little shakies appear.
Press the X.
yeah. And it
You're gonna
deletes.
kill.
Yeah. You have removed the Midas app from your phone. And of course it has the like, as you hit X, like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yes, god damn it. Like, I don't want this anymore. And so the app is removed from your phone.
This will be kept on your cloud for reinstallation.
And I'll say that like right after you delete it and you can see that it is no longer on your phone, that's when Mr. Caldwell will come in. It looks like he has like his arms in a sling right now. And ask like the first thing that he says, kind of like he'll just say that he was riding his bike home, and as people were quickly exiting the Sedesco Center last night, somebody swerved out, got him. He's very thankful that only his arm is what is injured here. But he does look kind of roughed up. Like you can see like he has like some scrapes on his face that have like little band-aids on them. But he's focused on making sure that the generation of tomorrow can learn about history, he guesses. And at this, like, as he says this, he sort of just like brings a TV in. And he's like, and with that in mind, I hope you're all ready for Planet Earth Day. So
Oh, fuck yeah.
stay quiet, please. And just like sits down at his desk, and you can see that like he's reading the news, like he's checking something while Planet Earth is playing in the background. But your day goes by otherwise uneventfully. So we're gonna fast forward to about lunchtime. Caleb, you end up getting a text message as well from your family asking you to be home for dinner. Your mom has she's put in the calls. She's going to have like an hour of time that she can spend with her family where she's not going to be wrapped up in like the DOJ stuff that she's typically wrapped up in. Your dad wants to have like a nice family meal. The two of you, like him, your mom, your brother, and you. But it looks like the time that she has off will be roughly the time that would be going on, where all of the events going on down at the dock ward would be going on. What is Caleb's response? What is his plan? Does he go home for dinner, or are you going to
He
try
says he'll be
and-
there.
Okay.
He'll be home. I mean, as far as I think we're both aware, there is no plans to go down there today. We're just getting information, especially because Caleb is promised not to go there specifically to Luciana
Gotcha.
last time. So yeah, his plan is to go straight home.
Okay. Yeah, so going into later in the day, after school, Aurora and Cody, are you going with Aftershock to meet up with Gravity Girl, or do you have any other plans that you're planning on doing at the end of this Friday?
It's Friday.
Do I have anything on my work calendar, my social calendar?
Well, your work calendar was actually inside of the Midas app, so
Oh,
oopsie.
Just texted me to send it to you. It's fine.
Yeah, so Dimitri, I feel will, he'll kind of like, I'll say like school ends, getting home, like you sit down, you're relaxed, like, oh man, like this is nice that like I haven't had anybody bothering me. And then you can see like you have missed a significant amount of emails, and all of the emails say like new voicemail, 10 seconds, new voicemail, 12 seconds, and they're all from Dimitri. Apparently you were supposed to be somewhere today, but whoopsie. And he, like, the last one says, don't worry about it. People saw you on the news last night. We're just going to say that you're under the weather. But seriously, give me more of a heads up next time. I don't like playing this game. And then there's like another new voicemail, maybe like 25 minutes later, being like, I'm stopping by the Eurocart. You want anything? Like he's always on the lookout for that sort of thing. And Aurora, I would say that as you're like finishing up checking these emails, then we are going to move over to Cody. Cody, you are just like, it's Friday. Do you have like a Friday ritual like while you're still in town, or do you just head home?
Like I said, it's Friday, so Cody's not thinking about homework or anything like that. So if Aftershock needed backup, he can, hang out like in the park or something in case something happens or it gets ugly or whatever. So he'll offer to back her play.
Okay.
Yeah, if he offers, she says, yeah, I don't think it'll go wrong, but sure, why not? I guess. Whatever. In that same order.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. I'll be somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
Stink eye.
Yeah, so in the park, Gravity Girl, who is dressed in like, she definitely has the like ball cap, sunglasses, like it's the Marvel heroes undercover, because she is a pop idol. Like she does have to like protect her identity against paparazzi, especially given the situation that unfolded last night. But she does meet you at the stoner tree. It seems like this is a pretty common, like it's common knowledge that is the tree that you go to.
Yeah, she just does meet me at the stoner tree. So I feel like Luciana would have tried to get in there like maybe a few minutes before, so she could be like in the tree and put like her helmet on there.
Okay.
And just be like, psst, Gravity Girl.
And she like looks around and then like looks up. And if you're up in the tree, like helmet on, she is gonna like do a quick look-see around, see that nobody's looking, and then she just like bends down, takes a gentle jump upwards, and you can see that her body shimmers with her gravity power as she just sort of like levitates up into the tree, gets onto a branch.
Mm-hmm. You doing okay?
Well, I think I'm doing all right, considering the doctors after they checked up on me said that nothing was wrong outside of the, you know, superpowers and a little bit of anxiety.
Okay.
But you didn't tell anybody, did you?
No.
Okay. How can I help?
No, I don't want this to happen again either. And I don't know. Do you know if she's been giving them out to other people?
I haven't asked.
Okay. I don't need you to do anything too difficult. Are you still going to those meetings?
Honestly, I didn't really want to after everything that happened. I'm a little scared.
That's fair. I
But-
understand.
Do you need me to go back there?
All I'm asking of you is that if you do go back there, if you could be someone that gathers information for us. You don't have to ask too many questions. You don't have to look suspicious. Just tell us any plans they're making.
Okay.
Is that something you can do?
I think I can do that.
Maybe not tonight. I can tell you're not in the best of headspace.
No, it's... I want to go... I need to find out if she's given them to other people. If I'm going, even if I don't talk to her about it, I want to at least ask the others if they've gotten anything like that.
Okay. So, I know she's like an NPC, but she clearly looks anxious, so I'm gonna try to roll a comfort support roll to kind of clear that
Do it.
condition. That is mundane. What do I have for Monday? 9.
A 9? Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that is a success. So, as you are attempting to calm her down, she does seem like she is pretty anxious, all things considered, a little rattled up, but you are able to calmly, like,
Yeah.
this is important. You can take the time off if you need to, but, like, you can help more people if you go.
Yeah. Just letting her know that, you know, she won't be alone. Like, she can have backup at any other time should she need it, but this is important. And I know
And-
how important it is that other people don't get hurt for her.
And she is going to ask, are you going to be back up?
At the meeting?
Yeah. Like, are you going to the meeting as well?
Yeah. She's gonna say no. I have a little bit too much at stake there. There are some people I know that I don't want to see again.
Well, then who would be my backup?
I'll be... How do you feel about Crow?
He's fine. Guardians seem to like him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you think he'd be able to help?
Yes, he's one of the most helpful persons I know.
Okay. Yeah, I think that if he and I went together, that should be fine.
Okay, he'll be there. And how about this? I'll be around. He has my number. He can call me if anything happens. And I'll be there in a moment's notice, yeah?
And she just nods.
Yeah, backup. You have people behind you.
Okay.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
And she gives you a very nervous smile and says, I don't really have anyone else.
Doesn't your family know?
What, that I took drugs before a
No,
concert and
no,
then gave
no,
drugs
no,
to other
no.
people?
No. Of course you wouldn't tell your family that. I'm not stupid.
No.
I mean about your powers and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, I have to tell. It's hard not being a performer with powers and not telling people that you have powers.
I keep forgetting you're a performer. That's more Satan than it is Luciana. Yeah.
I've been telling them that I've been getting extra training because when I started performing, I could kind of do stuff, and the fact that I had a forward-facing personality, the talent agency really liked the idea that I had some powers, but I've always felt like I was lacking a little bit, and it's not like we're at a point where they can just hire people to train, like they don't just have people who have years of experience with this kind of stuff under their belts already, ready to take people like me in. And so when Guardian approached me and said that she could help, I have gotten better. I have gotten stronger.
How about this? I can also help you. I have some time under my belt with my powers. I can help you if you need it. But I don't want you to think that you need them to get better at what you'll do.
Okay.
Okay? Our powers don't seem to be too different.
You move the earth and I can levitate myself.
Yeah, you can levitate shit. I can levitate Earth. It's fine. It's the control over something else. Listen. Same base concept. I'm trying to be helpful here. This is really hard for me.
It's all right.
But I can at least help you how to concentrate, how to focus your energy on something. It's what helps me.
Okay. Well, I think after we do this, I think I'd like that.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my personal number. Do not give that out to anybody else, especially anybody in that club, okay?
Okay.
She's gonna take her for putting her number, but put it under like Susie.
Number 2.
Her name's like Susie on her phone. She's like, that's not my real name. But just, that's what I'll be in your phone.
Okay. And she nods.
Back pat. You got this.
Okay. And she will head out. And she's going to be making her way to the power meeting where she is expecting backup.
Instantly calls Caleb.
Caleb, you are like riding your bike on the way home.
I didn't tonight. Fuck.
For family dinner time. You're at the gas station right now. Like you're picking up a beverage. You're at that solid halfway point.
Hello?
So you know how you wanted to go to those meetings also undercover?
Sorta.
Yeah, well, you're
Sure.
gonna be doing that as backup for Gravity Girl tonight.
I can't tonight. I have to be home. If I am not home, my family will murder me.
Okay.
Can you like? Do you still have contact? Can you tell her not to go tonight? Like, can we put this off a week?
I'll go instead. It's fine.
Are you sure about that?
No, but she needs backup.
Fuck.
You go deal with your family. It's fine.
I'm only committed for an hour. I could be there after that.
It's up to you.
Shit. Man.
I'm not making. Listen, I'm not making you choose. If you can't do it, you can't do it.
No, I don't like putting you in the position of having to go back there anymore. Then
No, I'm not gonna leave her alone. I promised her I'd be there as backup, like at least outside.
okay. I will be there as soon as I can.
Okay, I'll tell her an hour then.
Okay.
She just hangs up.
Click.
Yeah. Luciana will text Gravity Girl and be like, backup will be in an hour into the meeting. I will be outside. Text me if you need me.
And Gravity Girl's response is just, okay. Like a thumbs up followed by, I'll try not to cause any problems.
Okay. Again, text me if you need me or call me. I'm gonna be like a minute away.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think after that she'll meet up with Cody. And they'll tell Cody the plans and be like, it's up to you if you also want to be outside or somewhere like that they can reach in case of anything.
Where's it at?
The dock ward.
The dock ward.
All right, I'm good with that. It's Friday. I'll hang till then.
Voice in
Yeah.
the sky.
Yes.
How far a ride is that?
Caleb, you know that is for you on a bike. You're looking at about like a 45-minute bike ride.
You know, Cody, you could also help by picking Caleb up in about like an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say
All right, works for me.
Caleb texts Cody and is like, hey, can you like pick me up in an hour?
Sounds great. Give me time to get a chili dog or something, and then I'll just. You don't want me to be at the gas station or right at your place?
Gas station is good, and I'm good for the chili dog.
Okay.
And Aurora will also update. Sorry, Luciana will also update Aurora on what's going on. Not asking her to come out or anything, just saying like this is what's happening. Very straightforward.
Yeah, she'll just be like, do you need anything from me? Like, I mean, obviously I can't pop up in there because no powers, but like, what do you need?
I'm just letting you know that's what teams do. They communicate.
I mean, like, right, but like I'm saying, like,
I feel like this is a phone call thing. It's like, okay, listen. You don't need to be there if you don't have to. I'm just updating you on the situation. We're all gonna be there. I don't know. We'll do whatever you want.
Okay. I'll see if what are Caleb and Cody doing tonight?
They're doing. I just told you what they're doing.
Yeah, but like until then.
Cody's hanging out with me until he has to go pick up Caleb. Do you want me to pick you up?
Yes, I guess.
I can listen. I'm not forcing you. Listen, if you don't want to, it's fine. I'm just
No,
updating
I
it
was
with.
being shown help.
What do you want to do? What do you want?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you
It's not
want?
that easy.
Do you want this? No.
Do you want to be here or not? It's fine if you don't. I'm just
Like, I'm not gonna let all of you guys go, and then I'm not gonna go. Like, come on.
She's just gonna. Fine. I'll pick you up in a minute or so.
Okay.
Okay. Cody, stay here in the meantime. And she puts in the text group chat. She's like, ugh. Turns on the car, puts it in reverse,
KK.
goes to Aurora's place.
Okay, so then Caleb, you are just like hustling, bustling, trying to get home as fast as you possibly can. When you arrive, this is the first time that there has been a cooked meal at your house, like a home cooked meal and not just like takeout ordered in kind of thing in a while. And it's Andrew who's actually like been doing the cooking. Like he's had your dad's help, and together they have put out a pretty decent spread of foodstuffs. I would say that it's probably like a casserole, like a nice hearty veggie casserole kind of thing. Like having a meat casserole, fine, obviously, but there's something about like home cooked big slices of vegetables that are just like, oh my God, when was the last time I ate a vegetable that wasn't just like coated in weird sauces one way or the other? And during the conversation, or during the course of the dinner, your mom ends up like bringing up that she, again, like how everything's kind of been panning out. She is she's stressed out reasonably, and is upset at the events that happened at the Sedesco Center last night. Even though that techno geek Donovan Sedesco has said that like more heroes are good, she does not believe that that is the case. Even though there were those here, like even though there were like Aurora and her new group that was there like to stop the gravity well thing. Maybe like from her perspective, maybe having superpowered pop idols isn't the best idea. Like she just does not see the viability in any of this. And your older brother, for what it's worth, is also trying to just like, no, like, you know, things are changing. Like the world as we know it has changed, Mom. Like there's not much that we can do about that. We just have to prepare ourselves for what's happening forward. And he brings up again that the idea that he presented to you, Caleb, last night, which was about like, what if there was a way that the police department like could actively like help arrest individuals with superpowers. And you can see like she immediately says, don't start with that again. Like she thinks that like there doesn't need to necessarily be like gear for it. She is more interested in like a task force at taking down those that have superpowers, not like putting them in the ground, but like those that are capable of dealing with the scenario. Because right now, like if you give an average cop handcuffs that can remove superpowers, they're still just an average cop. They don't have the training, they don't have the means necessary in order to do this. And even as dinner is nice and like your dad's just quiet, throughout this whole thing. Your brother will actually try and bring you in on his side of things, and we'll ask, well, Caleb, I know that you really liked Aurora's Rainbow Maidens group, or whatever it was that they were called. Like, what do you think about this? And your mom, it starts to being like, don't bring him into it. And your brother says, no, he's going to college soon. He's going to be out in the world. He's not going to be living here. He's going to be out there with the rest of them. Caleb, what do you think? And the two of them are just like looking dead at you, and you can just hear the sound of like fork on plate scoop up as your dad is just like, you're not dealing with it. You're not talking about it. He's not looking at anyone. He is looking at casserole.
He's doing the very specific do not make eye contact with anyone, especially not Caleb, who may be looking at him pleadingly like, oh God, help me.
Oh, your dad is just like, no, you are on your fucking own with this one. Homemade.
What a tasty sip of water.
I imagine there is that long, like...
I think Crow, like, gives himself, like, just a moment to stall by being like, there's, like, food in my throat. Better, like, take a sip of water to get all that away.
Situation where, like, no matter how many sippies you take, your mouth is just dry. Like...
You just see it actively coming out my forehead. Yeah. It's a hard issue, and I get where both you are coming from, Mom. Of course, I've seen your frustrations with everything as this has been developing. I get where Andrew's coming from. I see a lot of people who are confused and scared because there's a lot of new things that we can't explain, and a lot of people who can do things that they couldn't before, and I don't think it's going away, which is why we have to figure out how to live with it. And I think it's important that if people are going to use their powers to try to do good and bad, and we don't have ways to combat that yet, we have to trust the people who are trying to do good and help them do good, even if that means like there needs to be some education between the two. If the police could work with heroes right now, Mom, how would you like to see them do that?
And at that, Andrew sort of like shoots you a glance like, yeah, we got her this time. And your mom says, the same as anyone else who serves on the force. They need to go through training. They need to understand what they're doing, and what they're doing has consequences. And for example, that bird collar or whatever it was on the news last night, that man dressed in black who was able to control all of those birds during the gravity well thing. How could he be helpful in this situation? What, he's just going to have his birds or like tell us what the crimes are as they're happening? That doesn't help us.
But if there were certification, training, ability to know that those people who are on the street trying to do good know how to do good and understand the consequences of their actions, that seems like the ideal place to be. Maybe one power is not as obviously useful as another, but
then we still have to worry about the effects that it has on the city. Like that spider person that we have swinging around. They might be helping web up criminals, but do you have any idea the amount of money that it takes out of the city's budget to clean all of that webbing off of windows and high rises? It's not biodegradable. Somebody has to take care of that, and that's taxpayer dollars. What are we going to have? A superhero tax?
maybe. But is it more money than rebuilding half a city that could have been destroyed by someone that was caught?
And she takes a deep sigh and says, what I'm saying is there should be a system of checks set in place. If you have a power that can level half of a city, we put you on a list. Something. So that way, if anything like that happens, we know who to hold responsible. No masks, just people. And if those people happen to have powers, then we can take them down. Again. We can put them away. We can arrest them. We can deal with them properly. But if everybody's hiding their identities, if everyone's always trying to disguise who they are, then no one can be held accountable. For all we know, Birdman was the one who was summoning gravity wells and not the performer.
I agree that there needs to be checks and balances. I think you're encroaching on very dangerous territory when you start saying people should be on a list and immediate suspect when terrible things happen, because that sounds really scary if you think about it in more broad terms. But at the moment, the police go after everyone, which means if you want to do good, you have to remain hidden with your identity, especially if you want to protect those who are close to you. I think that those who wear masks not because they're afraid of themselves being seen, but because they don't want those close to them being hurt.
And as she is about to say something again, you hear an alarm go off, and she looks at her breast pocket, and she furrows her eyebrows, peeks at the phone, and just with like a big grimace on her face says, we're going to talk about this more later. And then clicks the phone, the alarm turns off, she sets her silverware down, stands up, and looks towards your brother and says, it was delicious. Thank you. And Andrew has just been kind of like dead quiet, like was not expecting you and your mom to have that. Like he was just expecting like, yeah, get him, older bro. Not like a legitimate, like full face and conversation between the two. It's just like, yeah, and at that, like your dad also like, it's just like, needed more salt. Like that's like the only thing that he has to say about it. But like he's cleaned up his plate. He has not once reached for the salt. He just has like a little bit to add at the very end. And then your mom will depart from the kitchen, leaving the three men of the house behind. As she is exiting and leaving, Caleb, you know that alarm also means you need to start heading out as well. But your brother is going to ask if you can help him out with the dishes and to put food away.
Caleb like bites his lip, is like, yeah, I did promised my study group I'd be meeting them pretty soon, but I wanted to make sure I was home for this. I'll help you with dishes, though.
And your dad actually says, it's Friday night. Why not go and meet them tomorrow? You'll have the entire rest of the day to study.
It's more of a social call than anything.
And your dad, like, and your dad and Andrew both sort of like look at the both of you and like little smirks and just like, their girl involved. And then you're like, your dad is the one to ask that, and Andrew just
Instantly, full tea kettle, bottom of the floor to the top of his head. Ooh, nice and red. Yes, but there's two of each of us.
Oh. Then your dad just
it's
like,
a study group.
Your dad just like looks at you, just.
Caleb just furrows his brow in the like, I know I can't say anything because whatever I say will just be used against me, and he like turns around and starts angrily scrubbing dishes.
And yeah, and you were just like angrily scrubbing dishes at this point. It will delay your departure by about 20 minutes in order to get this. So Cody, you managed to get to the gas station. You are set. And you're sitting there, like, you get Caleb a chili dog. Like 10 minutes goes by. It's getting weird.
When it gets a little, like, over 5 minutes or whatever, because there's no top and no doors, Cody takes the chili dog and he jams it up in the window, like, up front, and then turns the heat on, blasting, to keep the chili dog warm. and he's just he's on the back roll bar, just doing chin ups, waiting.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who's Aurora with?
Aurora was with Luciana.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so
yeah, by the time you see me, I just like am like fishtailing into the parking lot on my bike, like I just,
faster than humanly possible.
Yeah, I like throw it behind the back of the gas station and like basically leap into the Jeep. I'm like, okay, let's go.
And Cody's like, awesome. And he's like, chili dog on the dash, kept it warm, and I got you a Dr. Pibb. And it's like a big gulp, like a 60-some, thing. Whoosh, Jeep out. The gravel flies. Go.
You wanted a chili dog.
Oh, I already had one.
And if you are full from dinner, and Cody, you have already had a chili dog, there is a certain Mephistopheles who would absolutely love a lukewarmed chili dog.
Yeah.
Now there's this crow that has like mustard and ketchup like on their beak, a little bit in their front frills, but just looking so proud of the feast that they have partaken in.
He refuses to let me like use a napkin to clean him up. He's like, it's like the blood of my like.
Yes, this is my freshest kill. I am a noble warrior, and this is the accoutrement of disaster. Meanwhile, in the dock ward, Luciana, you have picked up Aurora. The two of you have driven, I'm assuming, to the parking lot area, Luciana, that you had waited in before. Are you kind of filling in Aurora as to the situation that unfolded? Also, as a reminder for Aurora, your souped up baton has been fixed that has the taser butt at the bottom. So that has been repaired from earlier this week.
Heck yeah. I think Aurora's showing it off, just like, pretty cool.
Pretty dope.
Like,
You could make that like a multi-tool, and if you pop off the top, it could have like a knife in it.
Oh, that would be pretty sick, actually.
Right?
But like one of those, like maybe with like the rainbow metal, because that would really just kind of fit more with my.
Well, yeah, you could get the oil slick metal.
Oh, yes. You do have an eye for aesthetics after all. I'm so proud.
It's the biggest eye roll from Luciana. Right. So she'll fill her in on what's going on, and all that. And I feel like after a while, it's just kind of awkward silence. She turns on the radio.
Yeah. So turning on the radio, you're listening to music, you're having an enjoyable time. Caleb and Cody are running late. Like they should have been here maybe like 10 minutes ago.
Luciana's just like blasting Caleb's phone.
I'm on my way.
Why are you late?
I had to do dishes.
Oh my god! Don't you have a dishwasher?
No, me. Yes, there is a dishwasher. It's me.
Oh my god! Put me on speakerphone.
Okay.
There is this
Oh, wait,
such
put him on
wind.
speakerphone too.
Such wind. Again, no doors on Cody's vehicle. It is like
Yeah.
you are talking to somebody who is going 50 miles an hour down the fucking highway on speakerphone.
Yeah.
With
Okay,
no
no,
doors.
don't put me on speakerphone. This is worse.
Okay.
Put me up to Cody's ear. Cody, you better make up for the 10 minutes that he lost with your speed in that car.
And all you hear is,
Yeah.
you know, the Jeep rumble.
Oh God, what did you tell him?
No worries, you'll be here in time now.
Ah!
That's all. She actually did put her on speaker, so Aurora's listening to everything.
And yeah, and all you would hear is you know, the of the Jeep, you know, trying to speed up, and then the it'd be like Jesus Built My Hot Rod by Ministry or something, you know, just you know.
Red light! Oh my God!
That's like the last thing that you hear before you hang up the phone. It's just, that's a
No,
red light. You need to stop.
You hear Luciana just kind of chuckles, like, at least he knows how to drive right, you know?
Sure. It's one way of looking at it, I guess.
Listen, they'll be here in time. It's fine. If not, we'll hear about it on the news.
We may jump a couple curbs and go through a yard or two, you know.
It's not my car, so I'm fine. Luciana will send a text to Sarah and be like, Becca will be there in a minute. Traffic.
Hey, GB, can you roll me 2d6?
Oh no.
I don't like that.
Any stat go with it?
No. Or at
Yeah.
mundane.
Mundane.
Yeah.
I have a -1, so that makes it a grand total of 4.
All right. So if you're cutting through people's yards, clipping corners, running red lights, a cop is like that stater who's always like traveling behind you. Lights come on.
Damn it.
Reckless, like dangerous driving, reckless endangerment for sure. And this cop car is going to be following after you. Cody, do you try and like outdo the cop car? Are you gonna like you and Caleb team up and use powers to stop the cops?
I mean, the only power Cody has is like crush the cop car. So, no, because we can go where he can't. So, because it's like, you know, a mud bog Jeep kind of thing. So I will try to outdrive them, like find something that they can't get, like lump over or through and do that. Though he's totally not thinking about the cop, 1, has pulled you over before, and 2, you have a license plate.
Yeah.
Just say the license plate's in the front. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's one. Everett Heights is in one of those states where you don't need the one on the back, you just need the one on the front for some
Front?
reason. Yeah. No, you needed to have one on the back. Front is optional. But it's so caked over in mud that it's difficult to actually get a read on.
All right.
Yeah, so roll me another 2d6.
All right.
Unless, Caleb, you want to unleash some of your power to assist in this. You see that the
ever
cops'
hear of
windows...
that seagull that went, or that owl that went into the cop's car and like had him crash because he went in and pecked it?
Yeah, the cop's car, the windows are rolled down. And yes, GB, you do get experience for that failure. I will give you that. Thank you,
Yes.
KyleWithAnN, for the reminder.
Yes.
So, a couple things. I think as soon as Caleb manages to calm down for even a split second and think clearly as he's terrified for his life in this vehicle, and also like, we're committing so many crimes. Oh my God, my mom is gonna fucking see me in traffic court. He starts like calling in crows to like conveniently have their tail over the traffic camera on a red light or two. And like, once we're being actively pursued, I want to try to push for any pigeons in the area. I want to feel it out with my powers. Make an
Pigeon pusher?
attempt.
Yeah.
And have them shit all over his windshield. Just like copious amounts of pigeons shitting on his windshield so much that he can't see. He's got to pull over.
Okay, that would be a unleash your power for sure. I feel like Brian Posehn wrote this episode.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
An 8. Okay, so...
No, 9. I'm -1 now. I'm like, yeah, no, 8. Yes, I'm -1,
Okay.
not -2. Explicitly. Great, there we go.
So, with an 8, you reach out for pigeons, and like, they respond to the call, and they begin just like Flight of the Valkyries, like dun 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 dun, like swooping down from tall buildings and other areas. Like, it's one of those, like, you're just reaching for anything. You see a bunch of pigeons on like sitting along the like telephone wire. Okay, you call them in, and they're like flying above this cop car. Many of them do begin to defecate on said cop car, and you see that like the cop is like trying to like stick his head out of the window to like get past all of this. Like, he is doing his damned best. And then you see just one of these pigeons, like, as they're like swooping in, they just go into the cop car's like side window, and the cop car begins to like swerve a little bit as this bird is now just like loose inside of this cop car. And you see like it goes from like eyes like watering, squinting, trying to like chase after your car. And Cody, you can definitely see it's the same stater who has had it out for you this whole time. It was like, now like there's like bird shit on him. His hat flew off. And now there's just this bird inside of his car, and the cop car just begins to swerve and then like goes off the road into a ditch and just like plummets forward. So the back end is tilted up. Like there's like now like smoke coming from the front of the car, not in like a dangerous, it might explode kind of way, but like that vehicle's not going anyplace anytime soon. And you still have this like swarm of birds that are following you. Thankfully, again, tail feathers covering traffic cams, like always like a crow's eye in front of one. Like others are like, one is like trying to like eat the traffic camera. They are having a difficult time, but thankfully this one state trooper, you're not sure if they called for backup or not, but they have at least been dealt with currently. It is at that point that we are going to go back to Luciana and Aurora. And as the two of you are waiting, like he said he would be here by now, you message Gravity Girl, like backup will be in 10, like held up in traffic. Luciana, the phone starts to ring, and you see that it is Gravity Girl calling you.
She picks it up.
There's silence. Do you say anything?
Yeah, she'll just be like, hello?
And the voice that comes through is not Gravity Girl. Instead, you hear and who do I have the pleasure of speaking to on this fine day? And you recognize it as the voice of Guardian.
I feel like Aurora can definitely see her eyes go wide, and she'll just like put her on speaker and just do this to Aurora. I'm sorry, who is this?
Oh, I don't believe that we've met before, but my name is not important. What is important, however, is reading through the messages on this phone. You mentioned something about backup. On its way? Looks like you are trying to stop a good thing from happening this evening. So I just wanted to be the first to warn you. You're going to make a mistake.
By the way, Luciana is 100% recording this phone call.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can either continue to sit in your little car or you can come on in and join. Your choice.
She'll look to Aurora and shit.
You have 10 minutes to decide. And then the phone clicks. And that is where we are going to go into our break for tonight. So we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon! And we're back! Hello, everybody, and welcome to Masks Green Sun Part 7. The stakes have never been higher. Luciana, you and Aurora just got hung up on, saying, and I will quote, "You're going to make a mistake. You have 10 minutes." Caleb and Cody are not there yet.
Luciana's gonna put on her helmet again and just say to Aurora, stay here. Warn the others when they come. If you have to do anything to come inside, do not mention the pills.
Are you seriously gonna go in there by yourself?
I can't wait for them to come here and... You're too recognizable. You have no protection.
I mean, you're right, but I still don't like it.
I'll be fine. If I don't come back out in 10-15 minutes, then I'm not fine.
Okay.
Just let's wait for the others. Nobody mentioned anything about the drugs.
Okay, just be careful, please.
I will be. I'm Aftershock. And I'm gonna say this because this has to be it. What could go wrong? So she's gonna put on their biker helmet. They did change their clothing a little bit, so it is just all black, like just sleek black leather jacket, comfortable black pants that you can move in, and then black boots. And so it's more like general hero attire. Black turtleneck to cover the neck. I don't know. And they have gloves as well, and then they will go inside.
Okay.
Well, you know what? She is actually going to is there a window?
Yeah, it's a big old warehouse. You know that there are some windows, but they're not like they're warehouse windows. They are everywhere where windows make the least sense. Like they are the most up high location for windows. You would probably have to like get onto some scaffolding and like climb your way up there. You wouldn't be able to just like peek up, or big old stone pillar all the way up.
Exactly. How much noise will that make, though?
That would make a pretty significant amount of noise. You'd be moving a decent-sized amount of earth in order to do this.
God, where are Caleb and his birds when I need them? Shit. Because she wants to know how many, and because walking into the front door is not the best of ideas. Is there like a back entrance to this?
You can always try. Always try and check and look for it.
Yeah, she'll do like a sneaky skirt around to see what's up.
Okay. Yeah, looking around. You see that on the back end of this building, there is a large hole that is there that was not there before, and it looks like the sheet metal that is used like for the sides of this warehouse is moved like something from inside pushed it out. And you can see from there that there are a decent amount of footprints that also seem to go from this hole leading away.
Are they fresh?
They do look fresh.
And if she peeks inside, is there anybody in the warehouse?
From what you can see, peeking inside, you don't see anyone. But what you do see from where you are is that on the warehouse floor, underneath, with light, let's say the last beams of light kind of pouring down onto it, you see a recognizable cell phone, a cell phone that you had put a name and phone number into earlier that day, just resting on the ground.
If she sees no one, then she's not gonna go in there. She's actually, I mean, this warehouse is destroyed already. Almost have rock come up from under the warehouse, swallow it, and kind of tell me if this is too much, but if she can move earth, she can kind of move the location of where the phone is and kind of bring it to her.
Yeah, if you're gonna have it be like a wave.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So she'll do that.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to get this. You are able to get this cell phone.
If she goes through it, does it have the Midas app on it?
It does.
I'm gonna look through it. Take a screenshot of any important information. and then delete the app.
Okay. Yeah. When you go to log into the app, or when you go to access the cell phone, she has it like there's a lock on it. Like you can't just like, haha, cell phone, and then open it up. Like she's not like me and just leaves it unlocked all the time, because why would I ever need my cell phone to have a lock on it?
Since I was sort of a criminal, would I know how to unlock a phone?
I'm pretty sure you weren't that kind of criminal.
No, I was just stretching. I wanted to see if you'd give it to me. Yeah. Yeah, no, she's gonna smash this phone.
Okay. You smash.
Take whatever SIM card is in there.
Okay. So yeah, take the simmy.
She's gonna text, or she's gonna group chat and say they're all gone. Big fuck off hole in the back.
Caleb, you have just caused a cop car to careen into like a pit, like not a pit, but like a runoff chute on the side of the road, having pigeons shit on it. You and Cody have committed a number of traffic violations. You're pretty sure that the cops are aware of you and your cohort driving around at top speeds with this Jeep, and then you get a message on your phone that says they're not there. And Cody, you're still just like, like,
What?
and Aurora, you receive this message as well.
Are you sure it's not some kind of trap? You're absolutely positive.
Could be. That's why I didn't go into the warehouse. She's gonna put, I'm not going back to the car just in case.
We'll be like, oh, never mind. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, she'll be like, at the boys, ETA, several questions.
Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point.
And Aurora, I feel like as you send this message, you just hear like, and like Cody's like fishtailing around a corner. There are a bunch of pigeons and crows like following after this Jeep. In the distance, if you listen closely, you can hear sirens.
Jesus Christ.
You can see like Caleb also like rapidly trying to put on his costume. Well, in the seat, like,
Yeah. I think Aurora's just gonna poke her head out the window of the truck and be like, where the hell were you guys? We had a plan.
Had a family dinner, and I wasn't expecting to be called out tonight. So you're lucky I'm even here.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
I
we
should
gotta
have
go.
realized that your little potluck supper was more important.
I think Caleb looks you like dead in the eyes and says, "Hey, don't." And then, like, starts to run off towards the warehouse.
And Cody,
It's a trap.
Cody looks like hurt because his hero just was the kind of a jerk. And as far as he's concerned, it was like a snippy moment on her part. And so he just kind of like looks at her and then just kind of, tries to catch up with Crow.
Now, I have a question. Aurora, would this be considered provoking someone? If you are angrily yelling at Crow about his pity party potluck?
Would it be considered provoking? Hang on, let me see. Hang on. Ah, shit. Too many tabs. Ah. Let's see. I mean, it's definitely more fun and sexy, right? If I'm provoking
Yeah.
than not, right?
Throw dice, throw dice, throw dice.
I do love to throw dice. I do love to do that. Let me see. What is my superior? Oh, +2. Yay. Well, I got a 5. What did it do, baby?
On a 5, nothing. It just comes
Nothing.
off as sort of mean.
Yeah. But you know what?
Experience.
I get potential.
Yeah.
Luciana's gonna be like in the corner, between the back and to the side to see if anybody's coming in through the front. And when she sees them coming over, she's going to like throw a rock at them. Not like a big one, just like a little pebble to get their attention.
Definitely, Crow is not being hasty about this for sure. He's like creeping in. So as soon as you like throw the pebble, his attention like snaps. He sees you and starts to like creep over. So what the hell is going on?
There's a crushed phone on the floor. Well, you see. And she'll tell him what happened with the message and the phone and Guardian and everything. And she'll point to the tracks.
Okay. Hey, Mephistopheles, be careful. Stay out of sight. Can you get a like top-down look of the area, see if you can see anyone?
Mephistopheles can certainly do that for you. Flaps and flies away.
So the prints go this way. I mean, do you think there's still anyone in there?
The way she talked, I meant that she was going to see me at some point or another in the next 10 minutes. So.
Okay.
Either Gravity Girl gave us up or she's in a shit ton of trouble.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. I assume that was... Whose phone was that?
Gravity Girls.
Okay.
They have my number now, by the way. So.
Yeah, but do they know it's you?
I'm assuming that I'm assuming a CEO and many other people could probably trace the phone number. Yeah.
Aurora, one thing, or Aftershock, one thing that does also stand out to you about the brief conversation that you had with Guardian, she knew you were in a truck.
I didn't know because she just said car, so I didn't know if she knew I was in a truck.
Yeah, she
so
knew.
She will say that.
Yeah.
She knows. So she's probably seen me already.
Or someone has.
Yeah. So that means Apex probably knows I'm here.
Yeah, you should probably not be here.
It makes no difference at this point.
Okay, then do we go in there and fight if someone's in there? I mean, I'd like to hear Mephistopheles' report before we do too much, but...
There's no one in there. My best bet is following the tracks.
So, and after Cody had given the like kicked puppy, hero worship heartbroken, he like turned and took like 3 strides and gold armored up. And as you guys are talking, the front door to the place just bursts through, and it's Cody who comes in the echoey voice, "Gold Gauntlet is here!"
Jesus Christ.
And looks
That
around.
man doesn't
And
know
they're-
subtlety.
Actually, this is maybe the best possible outcome. They don't know who he is.
Yeah, there is your booming voice echoes into this warehouse, and it just seems to reach the ceiling and then reverberate back to you, Golden Gauntlet, aka Cody.
Okay. Yeah. Do I see them through the hole in the back wall?
Yeah.
Guys!
That was not bad, not gonna lie.
And did Aurora follow Cody?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't stick around.
Okay. He looks back.
Also, just magical girl though.
Yeah. They're also not here. Things are bad. Possibly. Either we were sold out, or this gravity girl is in a lot of trouble right now.
I'm gonna follow these foot tracks then.
Yeah.
And Luciana, as you're saying this, from inside of the warehouse, you hear a skittering noise, like tiny nails, just over metal and stone. And you hear like a chittering as well. Just a...
Do I know Guardian's powers?
Yeah. Yes, you
I
do.
do too.
And as you
She's
are...
just gonna say
Get out of there!
Fuck.
And Cody, as you are inside this building, you and Aurora, and you look up towards the rafters, running down the scaffolding, is like a tidal wave of rats that are all just moving down and onto the floor and coming towards you.
Can I do something as a reaction since I see this and since I hear them?
Yes, you can.
I'll roll to unleash my power, but basically encase this entire warehouse in earth and rock. Without Aurora and Cody in it.
So just like create like a half dome inside?
Yeah. So even if she has to push them away with her powers, as she does this, she'd rather them have a sore butt than be attacked by rats.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically push away and then just encase this warehouse in rock.
Okay.
Earth.
Yeah, roll to unleash your power.
Lucky Gen Con dice. Don't fail me now. That's a number. What is to unleash my power? It is freak. So I 8.
An 8. Okay, so with an 8, let me see here.
Okay, mark a condition.
All right, so just want to check. And no, unleash your power. Yeah, so 7 to 9, mark a condition, or how the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So
I'd rather mark a condition, or is it both?
it's gonna be the latter.
God damn
on
it.
This one. So
I think you can choose to mark a condition, and if you choose not to, then it's unstable.
yeah, I think that sounds right.
I think that's why that or is there.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be
yeah.
an and, right? or
Yes.
like or they wouldn't give you a choice.
They wouldn't give the player the choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Luciana,
I'll take a condition.
yeah, what condition are you gonna take?
Shit. Where are conditions? I think it will be guilty. Or actually, maybe angry. I think angry. I don't know what that does. I just know the names of the conditions. But I feel like angry is appropriate.
Okay. Yeah, so angrily, you are creating like with a almost like a tremor like wave, like if you've ever seen footage of the I think it's San Francisco, the quakes that happened there, if like watching the roads, there's old footage where it actually looks like the cement is in that kind of wave pattern. That is what you are able to do just from the base of this floor and just pick it up and push both Cody and Aurora back out onto the street. And then you're creating just a huge earthen dome over this warehouse.
Yeah, basically, it mimics the wall, so it's like just like encasing it in rock. Like it's just now a square of rock and earth.
Okay.
Like the ground came over and grew over it, basically.
Okay. So, yeah, just in the middle of this dock ward that you guys are in, this like 2-story tall warehouse just has this earthen dome over it. As Cody, you and Aurora find yourself on the outside. And from the inside of the dome, you can hear those little claws like beginning to dig and trying to tunnel through it.
Hey, Kaylin, would it be all right if we end up tumbled up and Cody like stands up and lifts you up and then gets that total red cheeked, like you could see through the like the armor gets red cheeks, like
some red glow.
Yeah. Here you go, and sets you down.
Yeah, she'll just be like, "Oh, thanks, Golden Gauntlet." Kind of like ham it up.
Okay. Yeah, he grows bigger in the armor. He's so embarrassed, yet so easily manipulated because he was just mad at you for being a mean girl.
Well, you guys have this moment. You just hear, "We gotta go."
Let's beat feet.
Okay. So you turn around and begin to go to the back of this building, leaving the rats that were inside that were going to try and aggress upon you on the inside, just trying to dig their way out, getting close. Very gross, very spooky. Want none of that. So we're not going to deal with it. And instead, you guys get out. And then following the tracks, you see that they actually go from the back of this warehouse down a little bit of a incline, and then they seem to go along the riverbed. And chasing after the footprints that you can see, you see that they eventually lead to what looks like a sewer grate entrance that has been blown off of its hinges. And you just see a little bit of water coming out of the sluiceway.
Aurora's just gonna boop, on her little magical girl wand. It's just shiny, dazzling light. It's a little flashlight.
Thanks.
So, we doing this or?
I hate it, but I guess I hate
Aftershock just going in there already.
Aftershock. We don't know how many people we're going up against.
Clang,
No, but
clang,
if-
clang, clang.
But if Gravity Girl's in trouble, it's my fault.
I know. Yeah, I know. He like continues after you anyway.
Okay. And as your group enters into the sewers, and begins going down. You lose track of the footprints that are here. There doesn't seem like you can follow along with like a little bit of mud, but all things considered, there's no easily squishable ground in order to be able to track along. Thankfully, it seems like a pretty standard system, but eventually you reach a point where there are two grates that have been blown off of their hinges, one to the right and one to the left. Which way do you choose? Mephistopheles had also returned before entering into the sewer and let you know that they were not able to see anything.
Yeah. Another thing I should note before I enter the sewer, I collect some crows and they all cling onto my cape to look like the feathers, just so that I have some traveling with me.
Okay.
There's like a good 10 of them on my back.
Thankfully,
Do you open
are.
up your cape at one point? They all just come flying out.
Are they on the
Like,
inside or
right,
outside of your cloak?
They're on the outside, pretending to be the like feathers on the outside.
Okay.
They look really lumpy. They don't do it great, but
Yeah. So I think Aurora's just gonna like tentatively shine her wand kind of down both, and, like peek. I mean,
don't say split up gang.
no, because that's never a good idea. But also,
Can you send one of your birds down one of them?
Yeah. He like whistles a sharp little tweet and two of the crows on his back like take off in opposite directions.
Okay. And so they go. How long do you wait?
Give them like a minute and a half.
Okay. So then after a minute and a half, they will return. Neither bird can see very well down here. They don't have night vision, so they're kind of just like playing it by sound, but it again is very difficult for your birds to find good purchase. And they are having difficulty flying. But they are still not able to really detect anything. And that is when you hear what sounds like a scream coming from the far right chamber, or from the far right hall.
let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so rushing down, you eventually come into a large opening that looks like it's more of like a water processing center within the sewer. Like there's a large churning pool of water underneath, and you see up against a wall with head kind of lolled forward what you are hoping is unconscious. You recognize as Gravity Girl. She is on the other side of this chamber.
Is there anyone else visible?
Sounds of like footsteps or breathing or like anything that would echo.
Well, I assume the
So-
water is too loud to hear too much.
So there's only one sound that you can hear above the water. And that is the sound of tiny little claws against stone. And that same cacophonous of what sounds like a wave of rats coming from behind you.
There possibly be in this whole city.
So many.
A lot when they're all
Many
gathered
rats.
together.
If this just opens up to a room, there's no other exit.
There is another exit that seems to progress along the sluiceway, And as you are coming forward into it, you see at the edge on, like coming in, Gravity Girl is to the left of where this opening is. And entering into this room is a figure dressed in all white. But surprisingly, for you anyways, and those of you who have seen him before, the dreads are gone. And it looks like the sides of his head are shaved and he just has like the long hair on top. And you hear
He has a mullet?
No. Long
It's
on
just
top.
the long.
Oh,
Pidgeotto haircut.
Yeah.
It's the Pidgeotto haircut.
Yeah.
And the figure says, well, it looks like you've managed to find a new group of friends, Livewire. And again, there is the sound of like many rats coming from behind you.
Can I just like, because when I was asking for the entrance, I was just gonna seal up that entrance from the rats.
Okay.
And she's just gonna say, "Looks like you got a new haircut. About time."
Yeah. Boss said I couldn't have the old one.
Yeah. Let me guess, still up to no good?
I wouldn't say that. Helping train the next legion of heroes.
And that means leaving an unconscious girl in a sewer?
No. That was to get you here. And Luciana, have you made an earth wall to protect the rat, to block off the rats?
Yeah.
And you see him point with a single finger in your direction, raises up his thumb, and pulls down. And the earthen wall behind you blasts open. And rats begin to pour in. And as they do, they begin to coalesce. They don't move as a wide pool. They seem to form and then get taller and take on an almost humanoid-like shape. It is big. It is large. And it just rears back this large fist of rats, almost like a swarming golem, as it begins to bring its arm down towards your group. What do you do?
Cody!
Wait, do we need to do the thing? We're about to enter a fight. We gotta do the thing.
Let's figure out our team dynamic.
Okay. Where is it? Team mechanics. Okay. When you enter a battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. Huh.
2 to team.
Who is the leader? I'm gonna wager that it is Aftershock in this moment.
I agree.
I hate this.
If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team.
I do.
Hell yeah.
If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, what is our purpose?
Save the girl.
girl.
Yeah.
Save the cheerleader.
I agree.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Add another team. Bam.
Whoa.
If any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, remove a team.
I feel like we already all did our trust exercise, but I think Cody might mistrust me.
But he's been shaken today by the mean girl thing. Cody's confused.
Wait, the nice girl's the mean girl, and the mean girl might be nice?
I know, that's it. Yeah, so he's very, very confused at this moment. So, yeah, let's take one away.
Wait. If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, remove a team. Perhaps we are a little ill-prepared and off-balance. So
Maybe.
But at any point, the leader of the team can mark a condition to avoid removing a team from the pool.
I already have the angry condition. What does that do?
-2 to comfort or support or pierce the mask.
No, -2. Okay, that's fine. I To be honest, I will take, because it makes sense to not remove one from the team, to take Afraid, because she is afraid of Apex.
Nice. Good
All
call.
right.
Very cool.
3 team.
Ah. Oh my god.
What's your damage?
No, my door was mostly shut, and Magic has just been like slamming her paws against it over the last like 20 minutes, and
Let
finally
me
got
in.
through. She just
Big
doesn't like,
father, you cannot stop me.
just doesn't like locked doors, and I respect that. All right, so a giant golem rats has appeared in the battlefield. Apex is across the room with an unconscious gravity girl. You guys have already found out what your team is. So let's get into it. This big O fist is going to be coming down, but I believe that I still don't roll for anything.
Guardian Gatekeep Girl Boss.
So that would be...
Thank you, Levi.
Let me see.
Your fucking comments again.
I believe that I don't provoke. Or yeah, so take a powerful blow. So, Aftershock.
Yes.
This big old fist made of rats is coming towards you. So, I need you to roll 2d6 for me. Remember, you're looking for low.
And this is something I can't defend, right?
Because
it's already in action, in
Yes.
motion.
that is
Okay.
correct. What's the number?
7.
Okay, so from a 7, on take a powerful blow, when you take a powerful blow on a 7, you have to choose one. You lash out verbally. You have to provoke a teammate into foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and you mark 2 conditions.
I'll have all the conditions. I'm gonna collect them all. No. I'll do the give them an opportunity on me. Can I
Okay.
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give the opposition an opportunity on me.
Okay, so... Hey, Kylan, what does that mean?
What does it mean? Something happens narratively that is not good for us.
Okay.
I don't think it's anything like I don't know the mechanics per se, but I think it's just uh-oh.
So I think with this, as this big ol' rat fist comes down, and we will call this enemy the Rat King. Why
The Rat
not?
King.
As the Rat King brings its big ol' fist down, Luciana, you were just taken aback by this, and they actually smash it against your helmet. That front visor that you have breaks off at around the halfway point, so you didn't just see like half of your unmasked face beneath your mask. But you have still taken a significant amount. I would say that like a little bit of like the like that reflective glass has now actually broken and is like caused like
there's like scratches.
yeah, like there's scratches. There's probably like that cool scar over your eye that's like bleeding in, making it hard to see. But like you can still, like he hasn't hurt your eye. That'd be a dick move.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dick, so.
The Rat King is rats. He is not a dick.
They're controlled by a dick. That sounded way worse. I meant that Guardian is a dick.
Yes.
Bonk?
Bonk? Yes. So, with that is the Rat King's action. Let us go to the team. Who's going next on this?
I can go. She's actually not gonna focus on the rats. She's gonna focus on Apex. And Swords are underground, and you know what's underground? Ground. Because it's still ground. I'm so sorry.
You're grounded.
I know the ground. Uh, that's the name of this episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
The ground.
The ground.
I want to roll to see if I can get Apex away from Gravity Girl and then just push him into the middle of the room.
Okay.
From the wall, and not in case I know he can destroy us. Just push him. I don't know, into the rats. I don't fucking know.
Okay, so the rats are behind you. There is the
Oh,
water
okay.
treatment center in the middle of the room. So there's a bunch of water and sewage. You are guessing. That
Do
is
I
part
think
of
that
that.
if he gets there, he'll like die?
You don't think that he'll die. You think that he'll probably he might get sucked into the treatment center, which that
kill him.
could possibly kill him.
Okay. So just push him away. Probably towards the back of the room.
Okay, so that is going to be to provoke. Or no, not to provoke. That is directly engage with a threat.
Do I have? Let me make sure.
Kill him.
I'm not Apex. I won't kill someone.
It's not your fault he can't swim good.
Okay, that's okay. So that is, what did you say it was? Sorry.
So, let us see.
Directly engage with threat,
That
or
would
you said something
be-
else. Provoke. You said provoke.
No. So it wouldn't be
I don't know.
provoke because that's to teammates. I don't think that it would be directly engage with a threat because you are using
You
your
can
powers
provoke
to do this.
NPCs.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could either try and provoke Apex, into maybe you could also try and pierce the mask, try and get him to spill some beans.
I
'Cause
got
he
minus
did
2
say-
on those.
That's
Because
true.
I'm
But the tasty
angry.
experience. The
That's
tasty
true.
experience.
Now let's see.
Uh.
Aftershock. He did mention something about a boss.
I know. I am aware.
I would be happy to try to pierce.
I will
The
pierce
mask of
I will-
Apex.
I will pierce the mask of my nemesis.
This is my tragic backstory.
My
I get to
tragic
pierce the
backstory,
mask.
bro. Oh, okay. And that is plus. God, that's not the tab. There's too many tabs. Plus. Mundane. So that's 12 minus 2, so that's still a 10.
Okay. So checking on this now, and you are piercing the mask.
Yes.
Okay. So. pierce the mask.
I get to ask 3. I'll
Yes.
put it in chat for you. If
What do
you
you
want.
intend to do? How can I get your character to blank? How can I gain influence over you? What are you really planning? And then what do you want me to do?
I'm gonna say, what are you really planning? How can I get influence over you, and what do you intend to do?
So Apex says he'll say when the green sun happened, so many of us got powers. So many of us don't know what to even do with them. I'm doing my best to make sure that everyone knows what to do with their powers. So when Project Eden happens, we'll all be ready. Livewire. All you have to do is just come back to us. Come back to me. We don't have to have these names anymore. We can change them. We can be different people. You keep calling me Apex, but I've realized something. I was only calling myself Apex because I thought that I was on top of a food chain. But I'm bigger than that. I'm outside of it. I'm not part of a food chain at all. I'm part of a cycle. I'm the pale rider now.
So you're white?
No.
I'm
I am
sorry.
deaf.
No, yeah. She's like, fuck! Fuck! Inside her head. So did he answer all three of them? Let me double check because I'm too invested.
What's he up
Okay.
to? He is getting everybody ready for something that he described as Project Eden. How could you gain influence over him?
Going back.
Going back. And then, what are you really planning? Also tied in with Project Eden.
Yes, I can, Levi. Just like people asking why I'm. No, I'm not gonna go into that.
That's Nights in the Courtyard for sure.
It's Nights in the Courtyard. Sorry. Shit. Okay, I really want to do something. Okay.
He has said all of this aloud, by the way.
Yeah. She's going to say, because she's got angry and afraid. I'm gonna play into that and say, let them go, and I'll come back.
Yeah, that is the like, and then, okay, next page.
Can I bonk them on the back of the head? Like literally just like, BOW!
Yeah. What do you think that would be, Crow? Do you think that would be comfort? Or provoke, since you're bonking them?
I think I'm supporting them. I bonk them on the back of the head, and I say, as I put my hand on your shoulder, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard you say. We're here together.
And
Now let's
Cody,
work together.
Cody will echo out something along the lines of, someone save the girl. And he's going to try to be keeping the Rat King from swatting his teammates.
Yeah, Aurora will head over to Gravity Girl.
Okay, so let's have some rolls happen. So, Caleb, you are provoking or comforting?
Comforting?
Comforting. Okay, roll to comfort.
I rolled a 9 plus 3 for a total of 12.
Okay.
So you can mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels. And then I also add a team to the pool.
I really want to mark potential because I only have one more.
You should get rid of that. Afraid.
I know, but I'm
You should, but as
I'm a
Kylan
little
suggested
greedy.
in our last Nights in the Courtyard, this is a short series.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark potential.
Excellent. And as you are figuring out what that will mean, Cody, you wanted to swat at the Rat King with your giant gilded shield. That would be considered directly engaging with a threat, for sure.
Oops. All right. 8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay, so with an 11, that is most certainly a success. So let me see here. Directly engage. Ba ba ba. Okay.
Pick 2.
Okay. So pick 2. Impress, surprise, or frighten.
Yeah.
Or resist or avoid, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten.
So I'm everybody else seems to be doing stuff, so I will resist or avoid their blows and impress, surprise, or frighten. So I'm keeping them busy. Basically, I'm like swatting big swaths of them away out, and then bringing the shield back down as their big claws of ratty claws comes at me.
Yeah,
kind
and
of
like
thing.
as you bring up the shield, you see, like you said, like the rats of the fist are beginning to like try and like reach around the shield, almost like they want to pull it from you. And others, you see like a little rat like gnawing at it. But
Okay.
Gauntlet, Cody, as you are close enough to see this rat creature gnawing on your shield, you're a farm boy. You have seen your fair share of rats. This rat is dead. Like there is there is no luster in this rat's eyes as it continues to gnaw on your shield.
Zombie rats. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
there is a shiver down the armor.
It like rattles a little bit. Okay, so Aurora, you want to close the distance and try and take care of and try and rescue Gravity Girl.
Yes.
So for this, would that be, given the situation that you are currently in, do you want to assess the situation, or do you want to run haphazardly across this room to try and comfort or support Gravity Girl?
Doesn't assess the situation type. She leaves the comforting to other people.
That seems pretty good. Okay, so assess the situation. Roll plus superior.
Right, roll with the soups. Okay, that is better. That is, I want to say an 11.
Okay.
Yeah, +2.
So an 11. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly?
Okay. Let's see. Just in cases, there's something that I'm missing. What here is in the greatest danger? No, wait. I'm changing my mind. Because I think I got that one figured out. What here can I use to, I don't know, I guess provide like some sort of like safety for Sarah in this moment, to make sure that she cannot get caught in the crossfire?
There is only one thing that you can think of in this moment that would safely block Sarah from the crossfire. It is your own personage.
Mm-hmm.
Here below in the sewers, you do not have an audience watching you. You do not have active powers. The only thing that you have are your allies and yourself, and she is out in the open.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fun. How can we best end this quickly?
The way that you can think of to best end this quickly, you had seen Aftershock use her earth moving abilities to create a pillar for her to like go up and like check through a window while she was outside of the warehouse. Your guess is, like, you don't know where you are in the city, but you know that you're somewhere underground. As Aftershock said, or has pointed out, like, as you were traveling through the sewers.
Ground.
There is much. If she was able to move all of you up towards the surface, Cody could probably use his bull-like strength to just like punch the surface open, giving you all an escape option. as far as dealing with Apex, who now calls himself the Pale Rider, or the Zombie Rat King, you're not sure if you as Aurora are equipped for that. So right now, the only thing that you can really think about is the easiest way to escape and make sure that everyone gets out quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Aurora's gonna call out to Aftershock and be like, "We need to go up."
Okay. So that is the four of you. At this point, now that the Rat King is currently engaged with Cody, Cody, roll to take a powerful blow as they are going to continue, like you see, like, this hand o' rats is beginning to, like, try and just, they are trying to, like, move the shield away and then almost like a spear hand forward.
And nothing gets added to that, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so. I can check.
Come on, snake eyes.
Take a powerful blow. Roll plus conditions.
Conditions marked, yeah.
Scrolling. I currently have no conditions.
Nice.
And I rolled a 4. I almost said boxcars, but double
Boxcars
twos
would be.
double,
That's
double
not
twos,
that number.
Yeah. Double twos is not boxcars.
Okay, so on a miss, you stand strong, mark potential as normal, and say how you take this blow.
Oh, awesome. I think that basically their little zombiness is like coming, and they kind of shove the shield aside, and this form comes out, like this spear hand comes out, and Cody just like reefs the shield back Spartan style and like cuts the hand away, and the dead rats go like flying into the swirling toilet water there.
Yeah, and Cody, as you cut the arm of this like dead rat, the zombie Rat King's arm, the severed portion of it you can see is writhing with maggots, worms, and cockroaches that just seem to be like holding the meat of these rats together.
Okay.
The Pale Rider will look towards you, Luciana, and you see them say, or you hear them say, and it seems like everything else gets strangely quiet as they do. So you won't care if anything happens to her. And they will motion with a full hand over towards where Aurora is actually like blocking Gravity Girl. Aurora, I need you to roll to take a powerful blow.
That's very sexy. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Because Cody, Aurora had moved over. So
Right.
she's distant from you in this.
Right. If I can see her, though, I can spend the hold I have to be there.
Okay.
No, I want to take
I know.
it. Let me
I know.
take it.
So yeah. So I don't see it. Obviously, like
I do not
I'm
see.
fighting rats, and I'm looking at maggots and cockroaches. So
7.
Okay, so as you take this blast, this like immutable, colorless energy blast from the Pale Rider, who just launches it without like their arm showing any recoil. They aren't even looking at you, Aurora. They are looking dead at Luciana / Aftershock, and you see that they just have like this slight smile that's growing on their face as they do this. So, upon receiving this injury, do you lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition? Do you give ground and your opponent gets an opportunity? Or do you struggle past the pain and you mark 2 conditions?
man, I'm stuck between two. I think we're gonna struggle past the pain. We're gonna mark the two conditions. I think we're going to go with let me see. Let me pull it back up. I already have afraid. So let's do hopeless and insecure.
Aurora, you have heard Luciana describe Apex's powers before. You now have firsthand experience. And it seems like there's almost a playful air about Apex. They aren't even they are not trying to kill you at this point. This is just something that they are doing to try and get to Aftershock.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna cry out in pain, but kind of just like afterwards just be like, I'm afraid.
Oh shit. I don't know when my turn is, so I'm waiting on that.
Yeah, there's not really a turn order.
Okay,
if you
I
wanna
was
do something.
waiting. That's why I didn't do anything.
Yeah, no,
because you were
you
calling
can
out
go,
people.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, that was because they had all yelled out stuff that they wanted
Yeah.
to do almost all at once, so it was more just like, okay, you.
Okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. God, I'm stuck between two. Okay, so I think I chose for my potential, I chose unlock your moment of truth. And it says, you've seen your greatest mistakes and the rest of the world has to. They're all watching you now, judging every move you make. When everything's on the line, your back is against the wall, though, you'll show them what you're made of. That being a hero is a choice, an act of will. And you've got what it takes to save the day. Of course, afterwards, you can expect both sides, hero and villain, to deeply question where your loyalties lie. So, what she's going to do, she's going to run over to Apex and kind of push him back with her, like with their own body. And at the same time, encase her friends and Gravity Girl in rock and shoot them up. To let them escape.
But you're staying behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Cody, Caleb, and Aurora, for Golden Gauntlet, Crow, and Aurora. Let's use your hero names. You all see Aftershock doing this. Like, she rushes forward and then goes to shove Apex, and at that point you see these earthen domes start trying to appear over you as the ground below starts shaking with a rising motion. Do you have anything to say about your friend trying to leave themselves mano a mano against this fucking villain?
Let me have my moment of truth.
I mean, I think Aurora's beating her fists against the rock that's encasing her, but and is yelling out, but can't really do anything.
Okay.
I think if you were to look his direction, but you may not have a chance. Caleb just looks, or Crow, Caleb just looks disappointed. Little just heartbroken.
And is the rock's coming between Cody and the Rat King?
Yes.
So Aftershock's going to be stuck here with Apex and the Rat King.
Yeah, that's about the gist of it.
Yeah, he's chipping away at the rock, but it just kind of keeps reforming as he's like, what are you doing, kind of thing.
Okay. So yeah, the 4 of you, being you 3 and Gravity Girl, like rocketed, propelled upward on these stone pillars. So Aftershock, you have like tackle pushed Apex down. And as your friends are like, they have reached the surface area and are continuing their way up, Earth moving out of their way for them. Apex starts to laugh. And as they do, you feel like this wave of energy erupt from them. I need you to take a powerful blow. And don't forget to mark plus your conditions. Which I believe you said you had, what, 4?
2. I only have 2.
Okay.
God, that'd be horrible. So I add 2.
Yep.
7.
Okay, so a 7. I would say you could lash out verbally. There is no more verbal party members to lash out. You sent them all skyward. There is, you give ground and your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and you gain 2 additional conditions.
She's gonna struggle past the pain and gain 2 additional conditions.
And
she already has afraid and angry. She's going to, I'm gonna add guilty and insecure.
And I think that as you add these conditions and Apex blasts you off of them for a little bit, like you're not knocked out, but they put their hands behind them and then like right themselves back up, and like they have like sewage down their back end.
Yeah.
It's not great. But you see him just kind of like run his fingers through his hair, and he just has this big grin on his face. And he says, just stop fighting. You could be so much more if you just joined with me right now. All your friends are gone. Well, except one.
Oh God, there's so many conditions on them right now.
He's going to try and influence you.
What do I do?
Okay. So for...
I think you roll to reject.
Yes. So when someone is going to try and influence you, Apex is considered an adult. All adults have influence over a mask, so they are going to try and take advantage of their influence. Rejecting. To reject someone's influence, roll 2d10 or 2d6.
Just straight 2d6?
Yes.
Okay. Three.
On a miss, their words hit you hard. Mark a condition, and the GM will shift 1 label.
I have all conditions now.
So if you need to mark again, that's when things get a little hairy, scary for you. But right now you're okay.
Right now it just completes my infinity gauntlet.
My insecurity gauntlet. I've got this.
Well, there's one more gem. Unfortunately, that gem just insta-kills you.
Yeah.
He slots in and you go, oh!
Yeah.
And so your labels Let me see here.
Oh, wait. I think before you do that, just because you did use your moment of truth, you have to permanently lock one label. So before indoor shifts any of your labels,
Okay.
pick one to
Okay.
lock.
Let me. I'm going to lock. I feel like either freak or danger. I think. I don't know. I would freak.
You're locking freak?
Lock
Yeah.
that freak in.
Okay.
Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
So, Apex is going to lower your... They're going to lower your danger. And he is going to increase your superior. As he extends his hand for you to take it.
Okay. So, question. Jesus Christ.
And you
Okay,
can hear
so-
the lumbering Rat King making its way
Yeah.
towards you as well.
She'll take it. Actually, I don't know which reaction. Okay, another potential. Jesus Christ. So much is happening to me right now. I think going with her moment of truth, because that's kind of what I really want to shine, and that even throughout, like, these being afraid and hopeless and insecure and angry and all this, and given the chance to return to villainy, she's going to make the choice to stay a superhero and say, we're always really bad at guessing people's moves, and going to roll to unleash her powers so that she sinks into the ground.
Okay. Roll to unleash.
Okay. I can't do quick math right now, but those aren't bad numbers. Oh god.
I think you have everything at a -2. So.
I know. Leave me alone. God, too many tabs. It is okay. It's a 9 with the things the -2 taken away. Oh
Okay.
wait, no, I don't have a -2 to it. Oh wait, no, yes I do. I have everything.
Would you be able to use the
At some
power
point-
of the
Use a
memory of
team.
your friends to get you that last little bit?
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Can
You guys went
Okay.
through this whole thing without using any team points, and you were team leader.
I'm going to then use a team point to put that up to a 10 then.
Okay.
To fully succeed. And what she's going to do is just say, you were always really bad at guessing people's next move, and then just sink down into the ground as deep as she can, and then basically do the same the pillar near away from him, I guess, because she only has sense of that room. I'm thinking like
Yeah.
room wise, like move through the earth basically. So he can't figure out where she's gonna move next, and just shoot herself up. And she'll probably like maybe a minute or so after you guys are like, what the fuck? It's just another pillar. She's like,
Okay, but before you arrive,
yeah.
the other four on the surface, you have just been moved up. You are at this point. It's like 8 o'clock in the evening, and you get shot up into like a public works park. Like it's not like the Midgrove Industrial Forest. Like this is like a stone parkway that has like a nice fountain in front of a theater. Thankfully, no plays are currently being shown. Not a whole lot of traffic is going by, but like you just get like booted up from wherever you were beneath it, just onto effectively like the city street.
Cody starts digging with his shield, like breaking concrete, but it's not his forte, so it's just like it'll take him a month to dig back down there. But he's out of his head, like, no, this isn't how this goes. So.
And Crow, your bird companions are all very happy to not be in such cramped, confined spaces anymore. And like some of them just alight off of you and then begin to like fly to the trees, like awaiting your next move. But they don't. Mm-hmm. They're a little claustrophobic at this point.
Yeah. I think Caleb is just kind of like too shocked at the moment to do anything because he really wasn't expecting that. But he is like trying to like mentally figure out where he is and what direction he has to like go. Okay.
And as you are figuring that out, you look over and you see Aurora she weathered the blow from Apex, but like definite injury.
Yeah, I think that would snap Caleb out of it, and he like runs over. Is like, "Are you okay?" And he like starts pulling random like medical things out of his cloak and like trying to clean up some of your wounds. And
I'm fine. We need to. I think she's kind of like looking at the ground helplessly, but then she like sees Sarah and is like, we have to take her to like a hospital or something.
Yeah. I hope the Jeep didn't get booted, but I think we need to go that way.
Mephistopheles will find his way to you, as he always does. Such a ever faithful bird. And will also like, yes, we can go this way. And we'll begin directing you and like helping move Sarah. She seems like she's unconscious, but she's still breathing. And then as you are kind of like getting her brought up and then beginning to like trudge a little bit forward, you hear a rumbling, and then just coming up from the earth is Aftershock. Like front faceplate of the helmet just completely broken off, and you can just see Luciana's face underneath.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Oh.
You're muted.
Because she traveled underground, I like to think she comes up. She wasn't like a nice dome. She was encased in earth. So there's like a big gasp and then like pain because her ribs are probably broken from taking the blow from
At least
Rider.
Mightily bruised.
Yeah. So she's just on the ground like, oh god.
Cody, can you help him? Cody.
You're muted, Cody.
Yeah, he's like, and he looks up like she's there, and then he's kind of like, we see inside the helmet, he's kind of pissed at her, but at the same time glad she's okay. And again, confused as hell as always. So yeah, he zips over and is like, how can I help?
I think my ribs are broken. At least one of them. It hurts really bad to breathe.
And he'll carry you this way so that you're not
so much.
so there's no pressure.
Yeah.
And he'll try to gently and quickly carry you off.
And I feel like as you're being carried off, you're busy like helping out Sarah. Everyone is exiting the scene. There's like a hot dog guy on the corner of the street, like kitty corner, just like hot dog, like he has the bun at a slight angle and the dog just like slides out and then falls down onto the ground, and he just pulls out a cell phone and just, and as he takes that picture, that is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. So first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop by and join us through this wonderful foray of the sewers as we get closer and closer to the juicy, meaty bits of Masks the Green Sun. What is Project Eden? You can find out in the next set of upcoming weeks. We'll find out together. It'll be a great and glorious time. But speaking of great and glorious times, KyleWithAnN, I love having you on the show, and I like checking out on stuff that you're also doing. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Everybody, I'm KyleWithAnN, otherwise known as KyleWithAnN on Twitter and Twitch. When I'm not here, I'm usually doing variety streaming content over on my Twitch channel under the same moniker. Like right now I'm playing through some Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern. Right now I'm going through the Cindered Shadows DLC. Ooh. So come join me for that. You can also check out, I'm in some new YouTube content over on the Jabroni TV YouTube channel, which is me and some of my pals who stream and also do like, video games together. Right now we have a Pokemon Showdown tournament going on. We made a bracket of everyone going head to head to find out who the Pokemon master is. You can catch the intro, and the first 3 episodes are out now. Episode 4 drops on Saturday, so check it out. You can also catch me in a few podcasts. I'm in Cape Lorelei, which is an Urban Shadows actual play done by an Off the Table. You can find on iTunes and Spotify. And I make a couple of guest appearances over in East Beach, the Sister City show. Also, I do one with channel regular Cyberwolf 12 called Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk and we talk about the games we play in and other things. That's available on anchor.fm and Connor's YouTube channel, which is Cyberwolf 1201. But that's me.
Gotta click unmute. Greybeard of Greybeard's Tavern. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere under that moniker. Branding, you can find me here on Thursday nights. You can find me over on my own channel Sunday mornings, where we play with lots of toys and occasionally click the button so the video game keeps playing. Right now we're playing Griftlands. And tomorrow morning, this past week's episode of Happy Hour at the Old Timer Tavern drops. I'll send out a tweet notice when that happens. But you can catch that show live on Tuesday afternoons at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the also over on Lantern Noir's YouTube channel. You can catch past episodes of that if you really want to see our amazingly old faces. Anyway, that's it for me. GB.
And hi everyone, my name is Satan, or Elisa Vamp on the internet. If not here on Thursday nights, you can find me here on other nights because I play a lot in this channel now. Once a month on Wednesdays, you can find me playing Monster Noir with GB, who runs it with some lovely people as well. On Sunday nights, you can also find me here playing Rhyme of the Frostmaiden, where I play Corey, my Goliath Eldritch Knight. So many secrets. And on Saturdays, you can find me over at Valdianth playing Dragon Age. We're getting close to our finale. And then usually Saturdays, you can find me over at Blood Hunters right after Dragon Age. But we're taking a break because we just finished the season. And we're going to be coming back next month with some Dark goodness. And Sunday mornings, you can find me over at the Hype Goblins channel where I GM for my friends and guide them through my homebrew world. And other than that, on Twitter, and I am on break. So after I stop, my wrist stopped hurting because I had some art finals to do. I'm going to actually be starting art streaming again pretty soon and showing you guys some new stuff that I've been working on. And probably some commissions. I do portraits, character portraits. Twitter, you can find my information there. At me, DM me, give me money for art, all that stuff. Money, please. I'm so sorry. I love you guys, and that's me.
Hey everybody, it's me, your buddy, your pal, your boy, Reeves, also known as Reeves_bot. And do you hear that? I don't hear anything either. You're right. Okay. I'm sorry for the letdown. You can find me at Reeves_bot on both Twitch and Twitter. You can find me here on Thursdays having a great time making jokes that have no punchline. You can find me, and also like doing role play with these really cool people, I guess. But we're here for the jokes with no punchline. And then on Sundays, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, playing video games with my friends on my Super Sultan Brothers Super Sunday show. We just finished up It Takes Two, which was pretty good. The parents eventually learned that maybe there were some problems with their relationship, and they rekindled that spark of love, and everybody was happy. Because it's like a Pixar film, so like it can't really end poorly. You got to wrap it up emotionally. I don't know what we're gonna play next, but it'll be fun. So come join us for Cozy Chill Screen. That's me. I'm out.
Hello, everybody. If you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am, but if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards where anywhere audiocasts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/Indoor Adventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community, such as, why is my cat so angry at me right now? All I'm doing is making it dance for you all. You can, of course, join us on Discord to get those questions asked. The link can be found in the Twitch chat to the side. I will post that right there, or in the link of the description down below. So I would like to once again say thank you to everybody who decided to stop by and join us for this wonderful session of Masks the Green Sun. Thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again, and we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye! Let's say goodbye, Magic!